Love, romance, and the sparks, the excitement. Dating in my time had all that. A friend or a family member introduce you to someone, or you meet them at a party, then you dated to find out more about each other. After a few dates, you find out that it's not good match or waste of time. It's like try before you buy mentality. But these days, it's different. Last week, my niece was on her phone, very intense, I was thinking, why is she on her phone? I thought she's playing game. She said, no, I'm trying to find a date. This is how you all are today, It's all about apps. You look, you swipe, you look, you swipe, you look, you swipe. And there are so many weird dating words now, like situationship, breadcrumbing, groundhogging, catfishing. Am I going dating or camping? So today I'm going to find out more because I'm single, and when I try and date now, people laugh at me. Like the other day I went to a party and I told my girlfriend, hey, I'm thirsty. Then she yelled to the whole room, hey, Kumar is thirsty, Kumar is thirsty. And I didn't know thirsty means desperate. So this is Kumar versus Modern Dating. Let's go back to when dating wasn't even a word. Partners were chosen for survival, who could hunt, who could farm, who could raise a family. A few hundred years ago, dating became structured through arranged marriages. Couples were put together based on social status and education. It wasn't about love, it was about the best deal. In the 20th century, dating for love took off. The world moved to romantic dinners, movie nights, and activities. Today, dating is a billion-dollar industry. We got dating apps, swiping left, swiping right, matchmaking by algorithm, dating coaches, dating retreats, speed dating. But I'm still alone. But with all this technology and professional help comes ghosting, catfishing, and so many other problems. Then why do people still bother going through these scary dating rituals if it is so problematic? Back in my time, love needed a good heart. Now, love just needs a strong Wi-Fi. Swipe here, swipe there, swipe everywhere. Okay. Let's get some facts about modern dating. There are over 8,000 dating apps worldwide. A recent global survey revealed that over 50% of all relationships today start online. In Singapore, 1 in 4 people has used a dating app, and almost 60% of young adults say they prefer it over traditional dating. Most said that convenience was the main reason for dating online. While online dating is on the rise, marriage rates have dropped around the world. In Singapore, it dropped by almost 4% between 2022 and 2023. So, has it now become a case of too many choices with too little commitment? For example, situationships have skyrocketed, increasing by 60% in the last 5 years. This is mainly caused by fear of commitment, a more open society, and the younger generation not wanting to be labeled. Sounds scary, but there is good news. A Forbes health survey revealed that 78% of dating app users feel emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted by dating apps. It's called swiping fatigue. This has resulted in a rise in relationship coaching, as most people are shifting towards real-life interactions and long-term committed relationships. Now, let's see if my intern Gigi can find people to give me even more hope that romance still exists. Then, maybe I'll date again. Maybe.
What do you think about dating these days, modern dating?
Modern dating is like instant noodle. Happens so fast, finish so fast. That's it.
Dating today, you really need to show hand first. So now it's like straight away they want to know what car you drive, where you stay, how much money you have, how fit are you. before they even decide that they want to go on a date with you.
I think there's a lot more platforms for people to know each other, right? There are dating apps. You can hang out with a community that shares the same interests as you. Because in the past, if your social circle is small, it means you only get to know someone who's your classmate, who's your colleague, or who lives in the neighborhood.
I mean, the main difference is now everyone can look at your relationship. And especially when I was in uni, like, let's say I date someone, then, someone sees us at the canteen together, then, they post an Insta story, and then, it sort of like snowballs from there. Whereas last time, there's no Facebook, there's no Instagram. So whatever your relationship is your relationship.
So relationships used to be more private.
In the previous generation, the first part was the most challenging part. To actually go and get the number, or, to just get the ball rolling. I think that part is lost.
The swiping culture, how do you think that's affecting dating?
Online, you cannot see like the real person's like personality and stuff.
So it could be like a catfish.
Yeah, correct.
We do have friends who work really, really hard until late hours. So the chances of really meeting someone is very, very slim. So I think dating apps is actually one of the possible options for them to know more people.
Yeah, it's like a new challenge for people to like come out of their comfort zones to maybe like perhaps find like their future partner.
Some people can oversell themselves on the app, right? And then also it can be a tool of deception. So you really need discernment and wisdom.
Personally, I have a relative who got hitched after getting to know someone from Friendster. There have been quite a few of them though, and it's working, yeah.
I think just based on dating apps, there's a lot of choice, but that is also a negative in that you always think there's something better.
Would you go on a date with someone that you met on a dating app?
I don't know. See how.
You do use dating apps?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
I think it's a big risk if I was to meet someone on a dating app. Yeah, and personally, I wouldn't do that unless I've exhausted my options.
I would try to meet someone the traditional way. Worst comes to worst, I can't find someone, then I'll probably switch to dating apps.
So where do you meet people?
Outside, like bars, clubs.
What do you think dating will be like for Gen Alpha?
Well, for my son?
Gen Alpha, I think in future they are going to be dating robots. There's really going to be a lot lesser interaction between people.
I think it can still happen organically because they still attend school, they still have friends outside. Yeah, but I think drastically it will happen virtually.
We have so many technological advancements. I think it's going to be even more mechanical, They may not even go physically, You will send your avatars there, hologram.
What's a piece of dating advice you wish you could give your younger self?
Oh dear.
Communication is key. And then also like try to close one eye as much as possible. Yeah.
Why? What did your boyfriend do?
Not like, just like small little things. Yeah, just don't make it into a big argument.
Don't settle for less.
Always be yourself. Authenticity, I think it's hard to find that now.
Don't be scared to talk to someone. Just try. Hey, the worst that can happen is she says no, and you move on with life.
Never try, never know. Hey, it's Cupid Gigi. I'm very single and very ready to mingle with our contestants. Let's look at our wannabe love contestants and see what's up. Intros, please.
Hi, I'm Zaki, engaged.
Hi, I'm Queenie, single. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Miles, married.
Hello, I'm Shane. I'm also married.
Yay, the married corner.
Let's normalize married.
So, today we are playing Date or Ditch. You have 10 seconds to discuss your answers. I'll be asking you different questions, different scenarios. Let's see if you have good dating instincts or you're kind of a commitment phobe. Are you, Queenie, commitment phobe?
I love commitment.
She loves commitment. Question number 1. This is like a first date situation. Your date tells you, I'm actually still very close friends with my ex. Date or ditch?
Oh, I've heard this before. You need to
Rationally,
tell me
I
about
would
this
want to be okay with it.
You don't know. He doesn't know the person.
Giving problem.
You can justify
Modern
it.
dating may be wrong.
Yours.
Yeah,
Just choose an
The team
answer.
is falling apart.
he's thinking
3,
too much into it.
2, 1. Answers, please.
Oh, okay.
The girls are passionate about this.
Yeah.
Ditch. There's a reason why someone's an ex, right? They have to exit from your life. Why are they still around? Because
Exit.
Exit. Exactly.
Who thinks otherwise?
Okay, I don't think I feel like my brain part wants to be okay with it, wants to see that yes.
Are you close friends with your ex?
No. No, I'm not. See, there's a better part of me that is out there that I've in another universe, maybe.
If I set the boundary, you cannot speak to the ex already. It's up to them second date or not.
So he recognizes it as like, because they set the boundaries, it's like, okay,
I haven't set
acknowledge
boundaries
your
yet.
effort.
But on your first date, if you're going to set a boundary, that's also, I feel like that's ditching behavior, right? If you're on your first date, you don't see your ex anymore.
You're very lucky you're engaged already.
Yeah, lucky.
You're lucky.
He's not in the scene.
Keep her. The answer is ditch, yes.
Moral compass.
I see that there's a lot of tension happening between teams, so we've made the executive decision to put the boys together and the girls together. Cheryl,
Okay.
you may please
Ladies.
come over. Yes. Your date is very, very close with their family, and they invite a family member to join you on your second date.
That is
Date
weird.
or ditch?
Who's the family member?
Their
Just put
mother.
the first letter first.
Yeah.
If
I
the
think
boys
I
have
would
a different
brought-
It's
answer,
a good
I'm
sign,
gonna
like,
be
I feel like,
really
because they value family too.
confused.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ditch.
What?
He don't have hand, I don't have ear, but we still...
On the same page.
Together, you have enough.
Together we make one whole person.
Why dates?
Because it shows their values, which is family, and I'm also a family guy. How about you?
Very much family guy. We're very close to our family. I think you want to show that, look, I'm close to my family, so if we do get married, I'll be close.
No. So, girls,
Ready to get married?
First of all, someone's close to their family. You can tell this from having conversation with them, you know, check out what their values are and stuff. But if their mother is sitting right there next to them, this boy is still tied to her apron strings, it is a red flag.
Show me a picture, don't bring your mom to meet me.
Exactly.
What if I brought
The
my brother?
dating
What if I
is
brought my
our
brother?
time.
The answer is ditch.
Yeah, second date is to get to know the person even more. Not your mom. I don't want to know your mom on the second date.
Inviting your family too early is a bit of pressure and it's a bit strange and
very
just
strange.
generally.
Pressurizing.
Okay, next question. Partner gives you their phone to browse photos on their photo app. But they say, please don't open these folders. Date or ditch?
Yeah.
All right,
There may be
answers
dead bodies
now,
in that
please.
folder.
Ditch.
Have you got experience, Shane?
I have not been told to.
I would love to hear from the girls first.
Because it's about respecting each other's personal space, right? I mean, unless he's got dead bodies that he's taken pictures.
But you won't know unless you open
open
the
it,
folder.
yeah.
All the more I don't want to see. But I'll ask why. Like if he says work stuff, I'll respect it.
Okay, boys.
If the person didn't say don't open it, I wouldn't have thought of opening it. You see what I mean? It's the second part of the
Overthinking the
sentence.
question again.
I would also do the toxic behavior of then straight away
Yeah.
opening the folder. Be like, don't open this.
So all the more you want to open it.
I would be.
Sorry, the girls are right. Everyone is entitled to their own privacy. Even your partner. Respect the boundaries of your partner.
Oh man.
Okay,
They could be a cat
fine.
killer. They could be a cat killer.
Next question. Okay, I need to explain this game. He or she is a 10, but they do something that makes you want to ditch them. Understand?
He's a 10, but he pouts too much.
Pouts too much.
Like,
Oh, you don't like cute guys.
That is very unattractive.
Yeah.
Cheryl,
If he's a 10, but he doesn't like dogs, swipe and left.
I like that. Shane.
Nose picker. Public nose picker.
Wow.
Wow.
Who have you dated that pick their nose
Yeah.
in public?
Zaki.
She's a 10, but she's married.
Oh, how is she a 10 if she's married?
that should be a given.
Some people don't.
What is that? I'm going to leave my husband for you, Zaki.
Bro, then I'm like, I scared I'm the
Jail
next
for
one.
Zaki.
No.
Jail.
Yeah,
Going to
right.
jail. Give me a reason why you would date this person. He or she is a 1, but
She's married.
Oh, interesting.
Love it.
He's a 1, but he's tall.
Wow.
really, so he's like super
How tall are you?
ugly.
I'm 170.
Okay, so
Ugly is okay.
So ugly.
That's fine. As long as you're tall, you're like, wow.
Oh, because you can't see the face, is it?
Exactly. I only see the chin. Most of the time, right, your chin just needs to look beautiful.
Queenie, everyone, she's single.
185 and above, thank you very much.
Wow.
Cheryl?
he's a 1, but he buys me a dog.
Jane. She's a 1.
A Shih Tzu,
but
please.
rich.
Thank you.
that's a
She's
good
a
one.
1, but she's rich.
Yeah. Billionaire gonna die soon. Rich, old, preferably. Rich and old.
Rich
If
cougar.
you can combine those two things.
Wow.
can combine those
I
two
didn't know
things.
you roll like that, Shane.
Wow.
I think y'all are just pretending
Realistic,
that you
modern
don't roll like
dating.
that.
He's just honest. I respect that.
Thank you.
Zaki.
Building on Shane, she's a one, but she's a Nepo baby.
Oh, what? A Nepo baby, right?
I think you're saying that wrong.
Nepotism baby.
Nepo.
Nepo.
Nipple baby is something else.
Oh,
Okay.
And the winner
I think it's
Prize time.
girls. It's the girls. It's the girls. It's the girls.
Were we really counting? Were we
Girls are
counting?
always
Is that
right.
correct?
The winners of today's episode on modern dating are very clearly the girls.
I'm pouting. I'm pouting.
Thank you. Don't do that. I don't even want to give you the consolation prize anymore. I'm gonna tear it out. Sure.
Thank you, Gigi.
Since this app is all about dating, which I'm so excited about, and the panelists are here again to talk about dating.
It's interesting that you're excited about that.
Why not?
So I asked the public, right? And
Did he just bitch at me?
A little bit, just a little bit. It's okay.
the public feel that modern dating is like a minefield. There's
Okay,
so
what is
many
modern
things,
dating
like
anyway?
ghosting, getting ghosted, swiping left, swiping right.
Oh.
You want or you don't
So what do they
want.
think?
So they just feel like it's killing romance. You know, it's no more romance in that.
Is this a wide age group you're asking?
Yes.
But how do you explain to them what modern dating is?
It's a lot of using dating apps. Right? When you're swiping and just judging people based on their appearance, just how much goes into that.
When you are dating someone, obviously as humans, the first thing you look at is their appearance.
Yeah.
That is how we are programmed as humans.
But if you go on a date with them, you talk to them, right? You get to
Yeah,
know
but the
them
first
more.
thing you are attracted to is whether or not that person, he or she, is your type.
Got a point.
And then you can slowly progress to getting to know that person for who they are.
But sometimes they're ugly to me. Then after a while, I fell in love with their personality.
Yeah, but you see, but if they don't look at the face and go and say yes and then say no, very much like in a bar or wherever you meet, like, no, it's same thing as not swiping. So
Yeah,
it's got a point,
you can't
right?
tell
Isn't it the
someone
same
that,
thing?
hey, I really like you for your personality for the first time meeting them. You know, that's a straight up lie.
But what she has the point is when you meet somebody introduces somebody and the person is not your type. And then at the end of the night, the person becomes your type because you have a conversation and the person stimulates your mind.
Connection.
And then you're attracted to the person, no more for the looks.
But you see, the dating apps now are different. It's not just the face and the look. If you're seeing someone across the bar, it's like, oh, you see the face and the dressing, and that's pretty much, and that's about it, or you can judge on. But now, the dating apps, there's much more information. People are giving their interests, their hobbies, their careers, their mission statement of life.
yeah, no,
So they're judging on that already.
Yeah, I know, but that can be all dash, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there are YouTube channels teaching you how to generate these dating app
Correct.
profiles.
Very
You know
good.
what I mean?
On this table, who has used dating apps before? I have.
So you met your wife on dating app?
Yeah, I met my wife on dating
How?
app. For me, the dating app, is very superficial. But I think the biggest problem there is that you think there's someone better just a swipe away, which can screw with your mind because you always think like, oh, this person looks attractive, but if I swipe, there might be someone better. And then soon I went through many different phases. Swipe all right, like to the point I'll be sitting with a friend and just, well, how's your day? And just swiping. He would put his phone next to mine and I would swipe across both our profiles.
No!
Yeah, just do that. But then after a while, you connect, then you still have to chat and then you're always checking your phone for the message. So then you get a bit more selective, then you evolve your profile. But after a while, I was like, this is so unhealthy because even if you go on a date, at the back of your mind, you're like, maybe there's someone else better. I just need to log into my app. Sometimes on the way home from a date, I'll open up the app and carry on. So it's terrible.
What was the point that you said, okay, this one I can take on a date?
My strategy was make my profile show as much of like my personality as possible. So like corny jokes, stuff like that, so that if
She
that's not
went
their
for
cup
your
of tea-
corny jokes.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah,
why he's
and
like,
and
I'll
that's
take
how-
what I can get. No, just kidding, just kidding.
So, because there were a few times when I met someone and I realized our sense of humor was totally different. Because when chatting, I would be like, okay, let me say things to, get the date. But after a while, I was like, no, got to filter out if we don't vibe early on.
So just be
let me
honest.
find out.
So in a way, it's quite efficient too, dating apps.
No, because my friend went on a dating app and all the girl he dated, they all just wanted to hook up.
Oh.
The girls are the
Girls
ones
just
that-
wanted to hook up.
Hookup culture, yeah.
What app is that?
What
again?
app is that?
You don't need to know.
Besides then modern, dating apps, there are other places that other people who other people don't believe in apps. So how are they meeting people?
They're meeting people through friends.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that's the best way.
That's how
When
my
you meet-
parents met, through mutual friends.
I think so too, because your friends know you the best.
The best,
right?
yeah. So they will ship you together.
So like, if your friends are useless,
You didn't meet her on dating app.
That's your problem.
bad
At work.
friend.
At work.
Oh, you met at
Oh,
work.
at work. I met mine at a bar, so it's like so boring.
So you
How
on
is
dating
meeting
apps, but you
someone at a
met
bar
your
so
boyfriend
boring?
at a
Yeah,
bar.
yeah,
Ah, I see.
How is meeting someone in a bar so boring?
It's just like, it's not a romantic story. You know, I want like that
not?
story
What was
where
the
like
story?
you see each other
Maybe it's
across
romantic.
the
Where
room.
the room was crowded, right? And you
It's
saw
not
him
really, it was
across.
just our group and his group.
Oh, it's a
so
small
there's
group.
No
It
one
Can be
else.
quite romantic, right?
But it's not like,
You see, that's the problem. I think people are trying to also find that big movie meeting, the meet cute moment.
yes, meet cute.
Or the novel
What's that,
romance
meet
story. In a movie, when a guy and girl meet in a rom-com, and how they meet because they bump each other, and then love. That's the meet cute in the movie.
Oh.
So people in real life maybe are thinking that's the way it should be. That's how I want to meet my sweetheart. What about the boring way of doing it? See, she's so unhappy, but at least she has.
She's so unhappy.
No, I'm happy
about
now.
how,
Maybe
how
she's
they met.
happy now.
I'm happy now.
She's happy, but you don't have to you don't have to rely on the Hollywood meet cute.
Yeah, I know, because we are so influenced by watching movies, right? So we think this is how so we cannot go to bars to keep knocking on the people, right?
No, exactly. So what you do is, for me, you trust your friends. Hopefully, they have good connections.
Yeah.
And you also widen your social circle, so that at least that is how I think you should do it.
And also, people, I think they don't want to do the whole dating thing. You know, some people are just lazy. They want to go to the dating app and immediately meet, and then we go to the relationship. They don't want to. I bring you out for the first time.
You know the whole romance thing though, like and happily ever after. Since my youngest is a girl, I never bought her the Prince Charming books. Because
it gives you a false
it's always happily ever after, and it's always the
Yeah.
damsel in distress, and it's always the man that has to rescue the woman, and it's all rubbish. So she never got those books unless they were given to her by.
You read those books?
Those stories.
What is DD?
The books that Nadia didn't buy for her child,
I did.
Gigi
But
grew
you
up
know,
on that.
Guys, there are reports now that, you know, some people go onto dating apps and go on dates just for a free meal. I think that's genius. You do you.
Why must the guy keep paying?
The guy.
You think
But
you
the
think
guy
you
paying thing
really
is
got
no more a
lot
law.
of money,
What? Now women also can pay.
Like even before you meet, you settle the terms. If they say no, then you.
That's so unromantic.
Go on that. Go on that.
Yeah,
Send
no.
them,
Use vouchers.
you pay
So when you go on dinner
Put
date,
CDC
you
voucher.
got CDC
CDC
voucher.
voucher.
Yeah.
That one you go to coffee shop.
No, but don't you think when dating apps first came out, there was a stigma? Like, oh, you met on a dating app, but after a while, it became normal.
Yeah.
Right?
It's normal.
Yeah, it's quite normalized.
But matchmaking, is it still normal now?
So, okay, my parents were matchmade. They were arranged marriage. And I think after a while, within the family, the next generation were like, oh, we're not getting arranged marriage. But what I hear that going forward, people are more open to arranged marriages again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that recently too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because there's this fatigue with dating, the difficulty in dating. It's almost like, okay, let me outsource it. Of course, I will never outsource it to my parents, but some people do.
I know of someone who's in an arranged marriage. He just got married, but he still has a girlfriend.
Huh?
Was that part of the arrangement?
Sorry, what? Now, dating, is it convenient and losing the romance? We don't know. Don't give up on love. Please remember that it's out there. Just need to find and be at the right place at the right time. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode. Love you.